talking about addiction at an addiction support group meeting. Besides, the group seemed particularly down today.
Besides,
the group seemed particularly down today. What are they asking for?
Clearly, this is very important, but do you think that we can press pause until we are?
Pause.
Do you think that we can press pause until we are? Who's Emily?
His daughter. She lives in New York. And for clarity's sake, Reese isn't an old friend. Well,
Sake.
for clarity's sake, Reese isn't an old friend. Well, not. Narcotics, yes, I am well aware. It doesn't make his daughter any less kidnapped. And it's worth noting, he is an ex-dealer.
Dealer.
And it's worth noting, he is an ex-dealer.
It's about what he was to you back then.
You think he may be some sort of trigger?
On a giant gun filled with drugs pointed at you. Yes.
Giant.
On a giant gun filled with drugs pointed at you. Yes.
I made a delivery once to Holmes at Scotland Yard.
Delivery.
I made a delivery once to Holmes at Scotland Yard.
Found traces of cigarette ash on the floor. Now, how do I know it didn't come from Emily? Easy, she's not a smoker. No other signs of tobacco in the whole of...
Tobacco.
No other signs of tobacco in the whole of... I would posit it was a menstruation issue, but I worked out your cycle. You're good for 10 more days.
Couching it as a scientific observation, total.
Couch.
Couching it as a scientific observation, total.
The big guy in there with the beard, right? His name's Ronaldo. He's one of the UK suppliers.
Is he?
Supplier.
He's one of the UK suppliers.
Is he?
At Quantico, then there are your tattoos. They're all perfectly thuggish, all precisely the same age.
Precisely.
All precisely the same age. Most tattoos are acquired over time. Each emblem fades and ages differently, not yours.
Differently.
Fades and ages differently, not yours. Fades and ages differently, not yours. Yours would seem to suggest you're in a hurry to fit in with a new crowd.
Hurry.
You're in a hurry to fit in with a new crowd. Please, I have no interest in jeopardizing your operation, but a woman's life is at stake.
Steak.
A woman's life is at stake. And given that you are a federal agent...
Call me a fed again. I'll cut out your tongue and feed it to you.
Oh, perhaps...
Tongue.
I'll cut out your tongue and feed it to you.
Oh, perhaps...
My boys love hearing about the DEA. Like waving red at a bull.
Oh.
Bull.
Like waving red at a bull.
Oh. Emily's Twitter feed. It's an excruciating medium.
Medium.
Excruciating medium. Demonstrates that brevity does not protect against dullness. That said, it does serve as a modern-day equivalent of a diary.
Diary.
Serve as a modern-day equivalent of a diary. That Emily's abductor was in that nightclub before he took her.
Well, we have an appointment at noon.
Noon.
Well, we have an appointment at noon. So plan your hunt around that.
Hunt.
So plan your hunt around that.
It's not drugs, it's just a little bit of wacky-backy. I mean, my daughter's been kidnapped. I am under a bit of strain right now.
Strain.
Kidnapped. I am under a bit of strain right now.
Derek Hume had all kinds of money, emphasis on had. Now, after the crash in '08...
Crash.
Now, after the crash in '08...
So, Derek Hughes has motive to kidnap Emily. He's desperate for money.
Desperate.
Emily, he's desperate for money. This is one of several buildings that he bought in the area. Apparently he made a rather large bet.
Bet. Bet.
Apparently he made a rather large bet.
You could have let me rough him up a bit.
Rough. Rough.
You could have let me rough him up a bit. For the Tinsdale case, that security nut had more alarms.
Not. Not.
Security nut had more alarms. She'd left some dry ice under his bed, and then it evaporated, turned to carbon dioxide. He died in his sleep. No one was any the wiser, except you, of course.
Wise. Wise.
Died in his sleep. No one was any the wiser, except you, of course.
Did you do that?
You've needed it the last 2 days.
I assure you, I have not!
Have you?
Assure. Assure.
You! I have not!
Have you? Truth. Just God's honest truth.
Honest. Honest.
Honest truth.
Perform various errands for him in the near future. Don't know what they are yet, but knowing him, it's a virtual lock. I will be stealing candy from infants or club.
Virtual. Virtual.
It's a virtual lock. I will be stealing candy from infants or club. With painters when I arrived on the scene. But they're not painters. Their shoes are as clean as they are.
Painter. Painter.
Painters. Their shoes are as clean as they are. Also knew I was investigating Emily's abduction. Only one person meets those particular criteria.
The agent from the DEA.
Criteria. Criteria.
Particular criteria.
The agent from the DEA. The one.
Speaking of friends, I just met some of yours. I don't think they like me very much.
I told them you work for a rival gang.
Rival. Rival.
Told them you work for a rival gang.
You do something for me. Tell Holmes I'm sorry.
Just stay calm. You could tell him yourself.
No.
Calm. Calm.
Stay calm. You could tell him yourself.
No. Holmes, I'm sorry.
Just stay calm. You could tell him yourself.
No, after I've got myself loose, I can't.
Loose. Loose.
No, after I've got myself loose, I can't.
Actually, I think you're hoping Emily dies. Because then there's no one to testify. You might
Testify. Testify.
Then there's no one to testify. You might act. And now I've got a small army of cops searching the aforementioned buildings. Now, personally, I think it's just a matter of time before.
Personally. Personally.
Personally, I think it's just a matter of time before.
Getting some rest.
She saved my life, you know.
As I understand it, she was just returning the favor.
Favor. Favor.
I understand it, she was just returning the favor. Consider us touched.
How long have I been asleep for?
Asleep. Asleep.
Long.
You did a remarkable thing today, Watson.
Remarkable. Remarkable.
You did a remarkable thing today, Watson. He offered me cocaine last night.
Cocaine. Cocaine.
He offered me cocaine last night.